Ay, ay, ay. What a world, what a world. Hello, everyone. Take 254 here. Ooh, I'm sorry. Day 254. This is the same day as the bathing suit, if you're curious. I had some candle time earlier. I lit a candle and looked into it and just let my mind wander. It was kind of neat. It was kind of neat. Kind of neat. Kind of new to the idea of meditation. But I guess I want to share some thoughts from my little candle time. And, part of it's wondering what life is going to be like as a post op. And I'm willing to bet you a Diet Coke that someone's going to say life as a post op is great. And someone's going to say life as a post op is terrible. So it could be either. Right? One or zero has to be one or the other or both. But in my speculation and what drives me is to find out what that is. I like to imagine that one day in the future, I will cross paths with my future husband. I hope. I will continue to look for my future husband. And it may very well be someone who is a gamer and we play Dungeons and Dragons together, or I have no clue. I really don't. I've really been drawn into Wicca lately. I might meet a man there. I don't know. But I won't find a man in a chat room, and I won't find a man in a bar. So it's up to me to be active and to live my life to the fullest that I can. But like I said, I say that now. What is post-op life, huh? I don't know, but I'm curious. I'm curious. My friend from Hampshire, from college, from Georgia Tech, said, there's a person for everyone. It just depends on how small the pool is. The pool gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And so, I do believe there's someone out there. I have no clue how I'm going to meet them, but I'm going to try. But I had some positive thoughts about, after I have my surgery and I recover, when I take my daughter to the public pool, I won't feel, well, I probably will the first few times, but I won't feel as nervous going into the ladies' changing room. And if I want to take a shower, and I'm, boy, this is batting out of left field. Okay, is in the guys' locker room there's showers. I'm assuming in the girls' locker room there's showers. I've never been in locker room at the public pool, changing room. But again, if I was to join the gym or take karate or something, and again at the gym or the sauna or something, I would assume there would be a place for me to take a shower. And it tickles my fancy to think about being able to grab a towel and go take a shower and walk in a room full of women, naked women, and to be one of them. Today when I put on my bathing suit, and I started to tell a story, and then the door opened and I shut up. I'm going to start to lock my door, I think. But, to put on the bathing suit, and then that's when you have an erection, and you're like, what the hell? Again, after surgery, that's not an option, and that doesn't happen every time. Okay, the turtle was was a groundhog that normally doesn't see its shadow or whatnot. I mean, it's gone usually. I guess it does see its shadow. I don't know. It doesn't come out of its hole very often. Little turtle head. I was really upset too. I was like, what the hell are you doing? Um, I don't know. I guess it was trying to say, hey, I'm good for something. You don't have to cut me inside out. I'm like, no, you're getting put inside out, mister. But again, that idea of, I'm not going to say fear. Of course, we all have history with fear, doubt, and shame, guilt. But again, a TSA exam is another one. TSA. You're in the airport. Your number gets picked. Granted, I don't think anyone wants to be sexually molested. I don't want someone I don't know coming at me like a jar, like I'm a jar of pickles or something. Okay. But if I had to strip naked and be in a room full of women naked, there would be nothing different in theory. Okay. From an external point of view, I wouldn't have a penis between my legs. And yeah, that there is a bit of now I'm thinking about being raped and everything else. Okay, there's negatives to it too, but again, to be a post-op, that's where I'm headed. And I like to think that I will meet my future husband one day. I'm going to keep looking for my future husband. And the other day I made a video about Messenger. I got a Messenger video. And, it was kind of out of the blue. And after I realized what it wasn't a trans woman reaching out to me. It wasn't one of my friends. I blocked them. Okay. And, that's not going to be how I'm going to meet my husband, my future husband. It's not going to be on Messenger. And I'm not going to meet my future husband in a bar. I'm not going to meet my future husband. I think I've already said chat room. I'm going to meet my future husband, I think, by doing something I enjoy. Okay. Such as role-playing games, Dungeons and Dragons, such as board games, okay, card games, video games. I guess games is probably a big thing. Painting, miniatures. I don't necessarily think the movies. I love trivia, but there's got to be a common ground. Okay. But I like to imagine that, and it's gonna sound like a Nicholas Sparks book or a chick flick of some kind, a Hallmark special. We'll be gaming together, and maybe he'll ask me out to dinner, or I don't know. Excuse me. Everybody loves when I fart on the video. Oh, good Lord. Ooh, ladies don't fart, they pass gas. That could be a joke too. Fart humor. I love fart humor. Guys love fart humor. I love fart humor. We could be fart humorists. We could tell fart jokes. But again, there's going to have to be some common interest there. Or Wicca, for example. I might join a coven or meet someone, and again, there has to be some kind of common bound. It can't just be, hey, I'm single, you're single, let's hook up. But in my mind's eye, I like to imagine, going out on a date and talking, and he might reach over and hug me, or I don't know. Again, and it looks like the Patriots are going to the Super Bowl again. Almost like the game's rigged. Let's not start that rumor. Patriots are like the Yankees. The Patriots are like the Yankees of football. They're just a team on just a different playing field. Anyway, that's a whole other story. Not that I know what I'm talking about. I know more about gynecology than I do sports, and that's very little. So again, my future husband. Wherever you are, future husband, I hope you make yourself known, because I'm gonna keep looking for you. But, you know, I want to be chased. I want to be wooed. I want to be pursued. I want that, you know. And obviously, I'm hoping as a post-op I will experience some other things as well that I will only get to experience because I am a post-op. And I think, again, the fear comes into the fact that I'm going to die alone. I'm never going to meet anybody. And that may very well be true. However, it's probably not too healthy, I would presume, to base one's happiness on someone else. You know, if you base your happiness on something else, another person or a thing, probably drugs were not the best thing to grab. Sorry, progesterone. I love progesterone, by the way. Okay. You know, if you base your love on something and it gets taken away from you, whether you lose it or they die or something, a person, I mean, then you're unhappy. You know, so again, I'm going to sound very cheesy here and say true happiness comes from within. But, you know, again, I don't know. I don't know. But, you know, there are some things I still want to experience. And this is going to get me closer to that. And I guess that's kind of what I look at post-op life as being. And again, I'm sure 50% of people are going to say it sucks. 50% of the people are going to say it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. I mean, your mileage may vary, right? And I come back to that idea. I'm not going to know till I try. And yeah, I may be lonely for a while. I may not meet anybody for a while. You know, my body's going to be healing. I'm going to be learning about dilation. But I tend to think my chances are a hell of a lot more improved. You know, it's been my experience that men like to have a happy hole to stick their happy tool, you know. And I think as long as I'm honest with them, you know, yeah, probably I'll lose a lot out of the gate, you know. Oh, you're trans? Okay, bye. You know, but again, it's a numbers game. So, but that had me going for a little bit. I was trying to figure out, you know, again, and again, your imagination runs away from you, and you're like, you know, first date, and you know, we have a date in a movie theater, and you know, he reaches over and hugs me, and oh man, again, chick flick, girl novel, romance novel, you know, and Karen looked into his eyes, and she surrendered herself to his steely gaze. Whatever coming off the top of my head, but nothing sexual yet. He was one with her. I don't know. Let's not go there. But again, it had me happy thoughts. And makes me wonder. And unlike the way things were 3 days ago, you know, this is gonna happen. You know, I can flip ahead my calendar here. You know, 9 weeks, and I'm in the hospital. Knock on plastic, nothing else jinx it, but you know what I mean? That's a huge step. Whereas before it was, oh, you know, it was I was in the gatekeeper, you know, can I go on to the next phase? And now I'm kind of in the holding pen. You know, will something happen to mess it up? Will something cause it to go wrong? But I can't live that way. I have to assume everything. I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure that this succeeds. Tomorrow morning I will be filling out FMLA paperwork. I'm gonna get in touch with my boss. You know, taking action to make sure it goes on. But again, it was kind of interesting to think ahead about, you know, well, what happens when I'm all healed up and I'm used to dilating, and you know what, you know, obviously there's not a line of men at my door now. What am I going to do to make myself available? What actions will I take to be active in the world? You know, again, If all I do is sit in my front of my computer or behind my Xbox and I'm in a chat room or whatnot, I'm not going to meet anybody, you know? So interesting. Be interesting to find out. So if you have an opinion, definitely put it in the comments. Like I said, I've heard both sides of it. And I don't know. We won't know till we get there, right? So I think that's just about it. And I'm not sure if I reached any conclusions or not, but it'll be food for thought. And it's definitely quite a another thing I did, and then I'll end the video, as part of the visualization, was I wanted to, explore the idea of the steps I would need to take to get to the hospital. Again, I'm planning out my day before, my day of, when am I going to drink the stuff till I poop and all that. But yeah, different stage of this today than 2 or 3 days ago. And hopefully, again, it'll keep on going. And back to the idea of time. Time is an ally of a trans woman. Now the clock is ticking. The clock is ticking. All right, let me see how much time I've gone over now, and I will sign off. That's not too bad. 16 minutes. I had a Slim Jim today. I know that has absolutely nothing to do with this video, but I love Slim Jims, girl. Couldn't eat them before. Too much salt. Still too much salt. I only ate a little bit of one. But yeah, it's nice to discover food again. Before I ate a pot of chili a week, vegetarian chili, and the pot that I made yesterday, today when I ate it with saltine crackers. And just the salt on the saltine crackers made such a difference. So I'll see what I weigh tomorrow. And again, at some point I've got to figure out, when do I exercise more, or begin to exercise, I should say, again, because I don't want to lose the progress that I've done, but I need to live and enjoy my life as well. So, and another note, and then I'll shut up, I promise. Friday I did send out an email. I went to it, and I may have already mentioned this, but I filled out the form at my work that changes my preferred name to Karen. And as I've been traveling, I've been telling people, please call me Karen, please call me Karen. And one of the coworkers on Friday said, good luck, Karen. Or Thursday said, good luck, Karen. I did it on Thursday. And it was just so very nice. And over the weekend, playing D&D with folks, again, to be called Karen. And even though my dad did dead name me yesterday, and I did talk about that, it's a blip in the radar. It's a blip. It's a dead bug on your windshield. When someone dead names you and they're not in your life every day, everything else overpowers that. And yes, it hurts for a minute, and I can think back about it, and I can get hurt. But there's so much else. It's definitely not balanced. There's definitely happiness in other areas. So I would share that. And on that note, we'll see you. Update in a couple days. 9 weeks and 4 days, my friends. Bye-bye.